Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Cary Stadium. It's time for West Jersey Football League action between Ocean City and Absegami. These two teams play in the same division, so this will be their first division game. And the winner, of course, will be tied for first place. Absegami comes in with a record of 1-1. They lost to Hamilton 32-13 and beat Atlantic City 27-20. Ocean City defeated Vineland. They're 2-0, 21-0, and Hamilton 24-0. The Raiders come in here as the favorite, and they probably are a little bigger favorite because Ray Weed, the outstanding quarterback from Absegami, is not dressed, and well, he has left the team. I don't know if it's going to be a permanent thing, but he's not going to be playing tonight. And you're talking about a guy who is on schedules for 2,000 career rushing yards and 4,000 career passing yards, which would be a first in South Jersey, but remains to be seen if he'll get that opportunity. Absegami won the toss, and they're going to start with the football, and their backs to the ocean.
Yeah, Tom, and just another beautiful night here for football in Ocean City, and here we go.
Brendan McGonigal, high end-over-end kick coming down at about the 4. Straight up the middle, looking for room to the right side, and stopped across the 15 at the 16-yard line is Quadir Campbell, 5'9", 160-pound junior.
And nothing, red and white, Absegami in their white uniforms, white pants, brown numerals. It's just you can't beat the setting, and early on it's just beautiful. The sun, nice blue sky. The field looks beautiful for those who take care of it. And it's just no place I'd rather be on a Friday night. Maybe.
Absegami starts from its own 17-yard line. They've got receivers to each side. It looked like there's some movement there, but nothing happened. And there's no running room at all. Amir Chambers, a 5'9", 160-pound sophomore, is the quarterback. He handed it off on that play for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Live video coverage of Ocean City football being produced by Prime Events and Ulmer's Appliance in association with Sports X Network. Executive producers are Bill Shawcross and Matt Ulmer. Bill Shawcross is also our videographer. Tell your friends they can watch the action by going to oceancitysports.com or primeevents.net. Here we go, 2nd down and about 10. Handoff into the line, cuts away from a couple of tackles, is out across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. Gain of about 5 or 6 yards on the carry by Rashad Floyd, 5'8", 181-pound sophomore.
Well, Tom, obviously the defense has played great the first 2 games. I mean, they haven't given up a point. And, once you start a streak of scoreless games, you like to keep that streak going.
Slot to the right, receiver to the left, 3rd down and about 5. Chambers awaits the snap, but the whistle stopped the play. Ocean City not only has not given up a point, they haven't had anybody in a red zone in 2 games. Chambers hands it off, nothing there.
Yeah, the Raiders have been so strong against the run.
And, of course, Absegami up against it here because their next game's with Cedar Creek, who also hasn't given up a point. They've outscored their opponents, I think, 88-0.
It's up against it also because missing who everybody expected to be their quarterback here tonight is going to be a big deal because he could throw the football.
He also could punt the football, so they've got a different punter as well. And it's this one's short of the 35-yard line.
They actually gained the first down yard marker by about 5 yards. That kick was almost blocked back there, Tom. So that would be something you may see later, depending on how the game goes.
Looks like they've got the ball on the 34-yard line. Ocean City on the Absegami 34-yard line. We should mention that Jacob Wilson comes into this game with 285 yards. Or is it 245? 285 yards in 45 carries. He leads all Cape Atlantic League backs in rushing right now. He's not, however, on the field at the moment. because they bring out Sean Mazzatelli. The 3 guys basically carry the ball, 4 sometimes, because Jack Hogan is a capable running back as well. Here's the snap. Back to throw. Gunnels, he's in trouble, and he's sacked. Sacked back outside the 45, outside the 40, close to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, they brought some pressure from the outside, both outsides, as a matter of fact, which is a little bit of a surprise because you would have expected that the other team would think Ocean City would run the football on first down.
Well, and on top of that, if we look down the sidelines, Jacob Wilson is there with a boot on. So he's not going to play. He has no pads on. He has his jersey on and a pair of shorts. So the 2 top offensive players coming into this game, 1 on each team, aren't going to play. And there's a flag. I think Ocean City had 12 players in the field.
Yeah, they went to more of a spread with 3 wide receivers to the right side and a wingback also on that side who got off the field quickly there at the end.
So it's second down. And where are they? They're on the 46. About 17 yards to go. Trips to the right. Gunnels gives it to Mazzatelli. Off the left side to the sideline. And he gets to about the original line of scrimmage, the 34-yard line. But it'll be third down there and about 10 yards to go.
I'll tell you, Tom, they may not lose. I mean, Wilson's obviously had a great start of the season. I don't think they're going to lose as much tonight with Mazzatelli back there in this game tonight.
No, Mazzatelli's good. There's no doubt about that. But Wilson has been phenomenal. Back to throw Gunnels. And he's wrapped up and brought down again.
Boy, so that's twice.
That's A.J. Silipina, 5'10", a 203-pound senior. He's also their kicker. And Ocean City's faced with 4th and 17.
Outside linebacker blitz from the blind side of the quarterback. That's twice in a row. Same guy. Somebody's got to pick him up. There's no way. You can't fault the quarterback on a blind side blitz that he has no chance even to look downfield.
Brendan McGonigal, the punt. Waits the snap at his own 46. Well, the whistles blow. And Absegami calls timeout. So the Braves about to get the ball back. No score here with 8 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 6th Street Pizza and Grill is open daily from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. at 6th Street in the Boardwalk right at Gillian's Wonderland Pier. They have free delivery and daily specials. Phone them at 609-525-0022 and check them out on Facebook, 6th Street Pizza and Grill. The RJH Insurance Group has specialized in home and flood insurance since 2006 and proudly supports Raider sports. Call Rich Hogue for a quote, 609-630-4569. The RJH Insurance Group. McGonigal gets the snap, perfect snap, high kick, and he's going to catch it at about the 7-yard line. Looking for some running room down the right side and managed to pick up a couple of yards. Niger Robinson, the 6'1", 170-pound sophomore, who is also their leading pass receiver. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, it came in at the end, Tom, and I don't know if it's going to be a horse collar tackle or a holding call. One or the other. Nick Layton made the tackle. I thought he had the shirt, but I guess the way it's going to be against the kick return team blocking the back. I thought the tackle was good. I thought he had hold of the shirt, which he did, but the way the ball carrier on the return, who was number 9, Niger Robinson, the way he spun around from this distance, it was hard to tell if that's what the call was going to be or not.
So it looks like they'll start at about the 5 or 4. They haven't put the ball down yet. Actually inside the 5. The penalty must have taken place at about the 4-yard line. Looks like they're starting at the 2. And they've got to be careful because they've lost yardage on a couple of plays already. Lost yardage here could be 2 points. Handoff left side. He's pushed back into the end zone, but he got out before, with his forward progress. They're going to spot it at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, maybe even 9. Looks like they moved it ahead of yard.
Sean Mazzatelli and then Sam Williams combined to make that stop.
Also underway, Camden at Holy Spirit, Egg Harbor Township at Oakcrest, Williamstown at St. Augustine, and Woodstown at Buna. Camden's ranked number 15, Holy Spirit number 1. Williamstown's ranked number 18, and St. Augustine number 4. So they're the 2 big games of the 6 o'clock starts, but there's 2 more of them at the 7 o'clock starts. Here we go. 2nd down. Chambers is going to throw, and he does throw it. Up for grabs. Well defensed. Well defensed by Ocean City. Trying to get it out there to Robinson. And
it goes Nasir Kelly.
Was it?
Think so.
I think you're right, yeah.
Number 4.
He was up there with him and tapped it away. Almost intercepted by Ocean City, as you can see. But they couldn't come up with the diving interception. So it'll be 3rd and about 10.
Well, and a well-thrown ball as well.
Yeah.
And Kelly had just perfect position, running stride for stride. Knew when the ball was getting there and really made a nice defensive play.
This time Robinson splits to the left. They're going to wing back on the right side. Chambers hands it off. And not much there. No team has had a lot of luck running the ball against Ocean City in these first 2 games of the season. And Absegami's going to punt from deep in their end zone.
Yeah, barring anything unforeseen, I don't think they'll rush the punt here because they should get the ball inside the maybe even the 35-yard line. Which would be a 45-yard kick from where the kicker is standing.
Looks like DeAndre Rooks is back there taking the snap. Good snap. Gets an end-over-end kick away toward the sidelines and out of bounds. But out of bounds inside the 30. So Ocean City started on the 34 of Absegami in their first position and ended up going backwards. Is now going to start at about the 25.
Yep, they're going to mark it right on the 25. It's tough to punt from the shadow of your own end zone. And actually, he was the shadow of his own end line. So Raiders need to get something moving here offensively.
Well, trips to the right. Mazzatelli is to the right of Gunnels. He's been sacked twice. Mazzatelli hit at about the line of scrimmage. Nothing there. And speaking of Mazzatelli, we got to make a major correction here. Last week we were talking about twins and the Mazzatellis. Have we ever had twins play football? Somehow we forgot about Greg and Matt Lefevre, who not only played football, they were both all-stars. And Matt still holds some school records. So we apologize to the Lefevres if they're watching. And a bad snap and a flag and illegal procedure.
Yeah, the pulling guard there pulled a little early. And so you know the play was going left because he pulled from that right side. And
so it certainly hasn't been a great offensive show on either side.
Nope.
Halfway through the first quarter. No first downs, 5 penalties, 4 or 5 penalties, a couple sacks. Ocean City facing about the 2nd and 15 now. Slot to the right, receiver to the left, wing back on that left side. Gunnels back to throw, has time this time, lays it out there, and it is incomplete. Back part of the end zone. Jack Hogue got a hand on it, but couldn't pull it in. So it'll be 3rd down and 15 yards to go.
Oh. Well, the pass was right there on the money. I don't know. It's tough to see exactly what happened there at the end, but a well-thrown ball that time. And he had some time, did Riley Gunnels, to throw that ball. Didn't face that rush from that blind side from A.J. Silipina.
A lot of personnel changes here. They got trips to the right. Shutta is in there at running back, mainly to block. They get the ball down the left side, keeping his balance down the left side and cutting back and diving into the end zone is Taylor Eggett. A great catch. He had just enough for the first down when he caught the ball. Seemed to be going down, but kept his balance and took it in for the touchdown from 30 yards away.
Yeah, and that, interesting because the play before they run a little skinny post or whatever you would call it, and they don't get the touchdown on a deep pass, and then they get the short pass, and then really a nice run after the catch to get the 6 points.
Trying to add to his school record, Brendan McGonigal. County record, actually. Ball is down, the kick is up, it's high enough. Good. So Ocean City leads it by a score of 7-0 with 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter here at Carey Stadium. Winning teams know that the key to success is getting the job done right the first time. For over 100 years, Calvi Electric has supplied that philosophy to their business to offer an unparalleled level of electrical expertise and service to every single customer. Now you can bring Calvi's expertise into your home for your electrical problems or improvements. And they can install solar panels that will save you money. Make Calvi Electric a part of your winning team. Call 609-445-0151 or visit calvielectric.com. Everybody's looking forward to fall in Ocean City, America's greatest family resort. Fall events kick off September 11th, which is tomorrow, and 12th, the Street Rod Show this weekend. The Boardwalk Aerobatic Air Show flies over Ocean City on September 19th, and look for the return of the Fall Block Party October 9th. Look for these and more events in Ocean City. That would be cool, an aerobic air show.
Yeah, except for the people who are doing it. Yeah. Unless the planes were doing it, they'd be doing flips.
Yeah, one plane's doing flips accidentally.
No.
Here comes the kickoff from McGonigal, who's been getting them deep. And this one's deep. It's in the end zone. So Absegami will take over on its own 20.
Tom, I think Ocean City, there's no question, has already thrown the ball more times in the first 7 minutes of this football game than they did last week in the whole game.
Only 12 passes in the first two games.
And they got 5 already today? Or, the 2 they wanted to pass, they didn't because of the rush.
Yeah.
So obviously a different game plan.
Obviously, without Jacob Wilson, they had to rethink some things, as did Absegami without Ray Weed. Though they do have apparently a sophomore that can throw the ball. He's got a strong arm, Emir Chambers, and he's taking the snap here. 1st and 10 from the 20. He's going to run. Wanted to run, and he avoids that first hit. May have gotten back close to the line of scrimmage. Oh, no. He's 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Just a swarming defense there. Was a couple guys overran the play just a little bit, but you saw how quickly they all got back up and just really swarmed all over. And Chambers really didn't have an opportunity to go anywhere.
2nd and 15 for Absegami. As we said, the Braves play Cedar Creek next week, and they haven't given up a point this year. Ocean City goes to mainland. Mustangs won last night over Hamilton, 14-13. Came from behind to win it. Their second win in 3 games. And hitting off the left side for a couple of yards, but actually, I take that back. I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage either. That was Andre Rooks. DeAndre Rooks.
The Raiders are just controlling that line of scrimmage right now, and defensively.
3rd and 16.
It's early in the game, but you set the tone early, or you try to set the tone early, and you try to set it with your defense. So far, they've been fortunate enough to do that.
Absegami has 64 players on their roster, but that includes 25 freshmen, who probably the majority of whom don't play. Now there's nothing there. Ocean City's defense. Brock Cook. C.J. Conti. C.J. Conti, by the way, was named first team All-South Jersey preseason by the Courier Post. But for his work at center. And he's done a good job defensively.
He has.
For Ocean City in the first 2 games as well. All right, waiting for the punt is Hogue. He's going to chase over and catch it at the 38-yard line. Down the left side. He cuts away from a tackle. There's a flag on the play. He's inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. And Hogue just happy to get a chance to return. I think he leads America in fair catches in the last couple of games.
Well, he certainly made the most of that return.
And there's a penalty against Ocean City. The flag is at about the 21-yard line, so they're going to be back outside the 30.
You know, it seems, Tom, on most of these running plays that Absegami has had, you could probably call any one of 4 or 5 guys making the tackle.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's hard. At least 2, and it's hard to see who's getting up at the bottom of the pile. You know, Brock Cook was one of them on that last time, and I think that Mazzatelli was another. And, again, every defensive play you could probably call more than one person who's making that stop.
It's going to be on the 33-yard line of Absegami. So Ocean City started on the Absegami 34, 25, and 33. They've got the field position. They've scored once. They're going to try to make it 2 right here. Hogue hustles over to the slot right side. Gunnels hands it off to Mazzatelli, who does a 360. No, Gunnels kept it. That's why Mazzatelli did the 360. Gunnels kept it down the left side and picked up some good yardage to maybe 6 yards. Call it 2nd and 4.
Well, Mazzatelli had it for the longest while, but Rowley Gunnels decided he saw something on the outside where he was going to pick up good yardage, so he took it back and did gain a good 7 yards.
Gunnels is alone in the backfield here, but normally in this case they shift Hogue into the backfield. Let's see if they do again. Yep. And it's going to draw a flag.
Yeah, even before Hogue moved, the defensive lineman from Absegami encroached.
Well, we remarked about how it didn't look like early starts in the last couple of games, but here we got 34 yards and penalties already in the first quarter on both sides, total. Now Hogue shifts into the backfield and everybody stays still. He gets the ball. No, Gunnels keeps it. Quick pass. Gray, Mike Gray, down the right side and inside the 5. There's a flag on the play. That's the first time he's touched the football offensively. He does have an interception. I think he's going to be a big weapon. But with what they were getting from Jacob Wilson, they didn't have to use him.
Yeah, and they got that big rush there again. They had the right play called and had a nice little short swing pass or whatever out there to Gray, and he did the rest.
But the penalties against Ocean City, the flag is at about the 12?
Looks like
7.
It's at the 8.
Yeah, the 7 or the 8. You're right. It's a 7. And so they're going to step them back outside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to the 17.
Now they're going to the, 17-yard line. So another penalty, but a good gain.
Yeah, with all these plays they didn't use last week for sure.
Gray 6'4", 234.
Of course, last week they didn't need him, excuse me.
He's not an easy guy to tackle. Lonergan's going to split wide to the left. Hogue will be in the backfield with Gunnels. Now, it says 1st and 5. That can't be right. Hogue off the left side has room. He's down inside the 5 and close to the goal line. It looks like they stopped him at about the 2, but wait until they spot the football. There's a flag on this play. It says 1st and 5 over there. It can't be 1st and 5.
Yeah,
wait a minute.
got the ball on the 17-yard line. They started on the 33.
They started on the 33.
No, I thought they started inside the 30 after that punt.
Yeah.
It was inside the 30.
I thought it was at the 33. But
I think I said that I thought they would get the ball inside the 30 or possibly inside the 35. I'm pretty sure, Tom, they started there at that 27-yard line or 28-yard line. Whatever, now it's first down again.
This is unusual. So Ocean City has about 44 yards in penalties here in the first quarter. With still 1:18 to play. Clock still moving. Gunnels is alone in the backfield. Trips to the right, 2 to the left. Here comes the shift. Hogue gets the ball, trying to go right, cuts it back, and he gets it down to about the 16-yard line.
Yeah, a little cutback play. I mean, everybody has their own terminology, and yet almost looked like he had more room that to keep that play going to the outside, but it's easy for us to see up here in the press box. A lot harder to see at ground level.
Second down and about 4. This crazy series here. Hogue shifts into the backfield. Gunnels is going to throw. Fires. And there he is, spinning to the goal line and in for the touchdown, Mike Gray. 2 nice catches, 2 great runs. Ocean City takes a 13-0 lead.
And a good look there, too. I mean, he wasn't the primary receiver, and yet Gunnels found him wide open, and Gray did the rest. He really did a nice job getting down and getting in that end zone for a second touchdown catch for the Raiders.
McGonigal the kick out of the hold of John Moyer. Ball is down. The kick is up. It's high enough. It's good. And Brendan just keeps marching on.
Yep.
14-0 Ocean City. They have 2 first downs, but they lead it 14-0. Old World Tuscany meets Main Street USA at Anata Wine Bar right in the center of downtown Hamilton. The custom-built wine bar says it all, providing each guest with a look, feel, and taste of Old World Italian tradition. Anata's premier wine list is comprised of over 125 carefully chosen vintages available by the glass or bottle, and their full bar includes signature martinis and craft beer. Enjoy lunch, dinner, and live music. Anata Wine Bar is perfect for private parties. The Anata Wine Bar, 216 Bellevue Avenue in the heart of Hamilton. Phone 609-704-9797 for reservations or to book your next event. Former great Ocean City football player is in this Ocean City High School Sports Hall of Fame, celebrating his 71st birthday today. Jack Neal. I haven't seen Jack for a year, but when I saw him, he didn't look 70.
On that bicycle he rides around town.
Yeah, he's a guy that's kept himself in football shape for life. He's in the end zone for McGonigal, another touchback.
I think he's probably weighs less than he did when he was playing football.
You might be right.
At least when he was playing in college.
Played for Lou Holtz.
But not at Notre Dame.
No. 1st and 10 for Absegami from their 20. This will be their 4th possession. They've started on their 17, their 2, and their 20. Twice. 20 twice.
I got the last minute of play has taken forever off the clock.
Rashad Floyd in there to the left of Chambers. He gets the ball. Good angle off the right side, and a nice run out across the 25 to about the 27 or 28-yard line.
Was a good run. Found a hole up in the right side of that offensive line.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3.
I think that's going to do it for the quarter, Tom.
Does indeed. Ocean City leads it 14-0 over Absegami.
I don't see Jacob Wilson down there anywhere.
Well, he was there. If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. At Halliday Leonard, they'll consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or phone them at 398-609-398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality. Tolson Consulting can help you. Tolson Consulting specializes in labor management relations as well as government relations. Over 30 years' experience, Tolson Consulting is capable of meeting all your labor relations needs. Call Rich Tolson, 609-468-0704. Rich is a 1976 graduate of Ocean City High School, a proud former Raider, and happy to be part of Ocean City High School football in 2021. Absegami. Second and a short 4. Floyd to the left of Chambers. And he's out. Looked like he got very close to the first down and then was pushed back. We'll see where they mark his progress.
You know, I'm trying to remember back. I think that the Raiders started the game, and most of the first quarter they were in a 4-man defensive line.
First
front.
down, excuse me, Bob.
Yep, and now they're 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers. So I think they went from a 4-3 to a 3-4, and they got Brandon Bob and Brock Cook and see who else is. Now they're up to 4 again.
Chambers hands it off. Nothing there. 2nd and 10.
Of course, Gray's an anchor on the one side of that defensive line. And the left side there was Zach Holt.
I think he ran into Brandon Bob on that play. And
Yep.
try to avoid doing that at 6'1", 312 pounds.
Everybody wanted to try to avoid that.
Yeah. Chambers, Floyd to his left. Receivers to each side. Floyd, and he muscles his way out to almost the 35-yard line. It'll be third, probably about 6 yards to go.
Well, somebody had him low, but Tom Shutter came in and finished it off with a good hit.
Third and call at 6 on the 34-yard line.
It's been an opportunity. The Raiders keep a lot of fresh players in the game. It's not as warm as it was here the last couple of weeks, especially 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Got a nice little cool breeze here.
Looks like Rooks is in there to the right of Chambers. He gets the ball, and he's hit in the backfield. Mike Gray.
Yeah, like I said, he's a stalwart over there on the right defensive end.
So it'll be fourth and 5. They'll punt it. Rooks back around his own 25-yard line. And Jack Hogue saying, kick it to me. Oh, didn't go very far. And they're going to down it at the 48-yard line. So we're still at a point here, Bud, where the ball has not crossed the 50.
Right.
Into Ocean City territory.
Yeah, the only time it did was when the officials took it to the other end at the start to start the second quarter.
Yeah. Starts at the 48 of Absegami. Ocean City on top here, 14-0 on 2 touchdown passes by Raleigh Gunnels. The first 2 of his, first 2 of the year. I don't think he threw one last year. He was sacked twice in the first possession, but maintained his composure. Yeah, he did throw one last year. Trips to the right. And a flag. Or whistle, anyway.
Yeah. Well, when a whistle stops play, it's usually a legal procedure.
Mm-hmm. Ocean City with 49 yards unofficially in penalties here early in the second quarter.
Well, now the ball's across the 50.
There you are. They're now in Ocean City territory on their own 47. And a couple of substitutions. Ocean City had 12 on the field earlier in this game. Got a 5-yard penalty. Double slot formation. Gunnels alone in the backfield. Scrambling. He can run. Likes to drop the shoulder, and he did there. May have picked up a yard or two.
Yeah, he was looking downfield on that side, and I think he was looking for Kyle Hendricks, but he was well covered, and just decided he wasn't going to throw the ball into coverage, so tried to get something out of it. Maybe got a yard. I'd like to see him run out of bounds, though, when he's not going to pick up that, good yardage like that. I think they would like to see him run out of bounds and not risk getting hurt for a yard, meaningless gain.
Gunnels on play action, throws long down the middle, was out there, and touchdown, Kyle Hendricks. He had the defense beat by 3 or 4 yards and 3 touchdown passes here in the first half by Riley Gunnels.
Well, that's a crowd pleaser, that kind. When you air the ball out from, whatever it ended up being, I mean, it's going to be a 52-yard touchdown catch, but, catch and run. But you get behind the defense like that, he probably threw the ball at least 40 yards, 45 yards in the air and allowed Hendricks to run right under it. So 3 touchdown passes, and the Raiders are off and running.
McGonigal's kick is good. 21-0. Ocean City on top here. You just don't see too often a team with 21 points and 3 first downs. But that's the way it is right now, according to our numbers. 8:33 remaining here in the first half, and Ocean City on top, 21-0. Dino's Seaville Diner has been serving Cape May County and the Jersey Shore with great homemade meals since 1977. Family owned and operated. They're open 7 days a week, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dino specializes in seafood straight from the docks of Cape May, has the area's largest kids menu. Breakfast is served all day at Dino's. Check them out at dinosdiner.com, where you can browse their menu and specials and order online. You can also phone Dino's at 609-624-3100 for takeout. And they're looking to expand the team at Dino's. Contact them if you're looking to earn some extra money. Dino's Seaville Diner, Route 50, just off Route 9, only minutes away from everywhere.
I tell you what else, Tom. You go in there, and no matter what you order, there's a lot of it on that plate.
Here's the kick. And it's going to be taken at about the 11 or 12-yard line. Trying to get to that left sideline is Robinson, and he picks up some yardage out across the 25. We'll see where they spot it. A flag just came in.
Yeah, I thought eventually he was driven out of bounds over there by Charlie Casaboon. See what the penalty is.
Personal foul against Ocean City. So, wow, that's 64 yards unofficially in penalties. That's one record we don't keep, most penalties in a game.
Well, Absegami's gained more yardage on Ocean City's penalties than they have on their own.
Yeah.
You just kind of wonder, You wonder when you know that the other team's star player is not going to play for whatever reason, if that just changes your mindset a little bit and you kind of, lose your focus or your concentration and you jump out to a 21-0 lead here, 4 minutes gone in the second quarter, and you still got to concentrate and execute. That includes not making silly penalties.
Right at midfield, 1st and 10. Chambers, little short pass down the left sidelines to Deshaun Hathaway, 6'1", 206-pound senior. Picks up some yardage, maybe about 8 yards. Nice little pass play. It'll be, wait a minute. That's going to be 6 yards. He must have stepped out of bounds. 2nd and 4. That's the first play that they've run in Ocean City territory. Again, we've said nobody's gotten into the red zone in the Ocean City's first 2 games, Hamilton or Vineland. Bouncing to the outside is Rooks. I don't know if he did get the first down inside the 40. First and 10 to 39 for the Braves. Next 2 games home for Absegami, Cedar Creek and Egg Harbor Township. Chambers wants to pass, but he's being chased. Scrambles to the left side, shows some quickness, picks up about 3 yards.
Yeah, was able to avoid Gray and was also initially able to avoid Brock Cook and pick up some yardage.
Another penalty. This one's against Absegami. A holding penalty.
This is crazy.
So, that should move them back out close to midfield. Ocean City goes on the road next week to mainland next Friday. And then they're back home here on homecoming weekend on the 24th of September to take on Seneca. Seneca and Ocean City are in the same division. So it's 1st and 18, let's call it. Chambers hands it off. Rooks down the left side. And he picks up more than the penalty. Gets it down close to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that's their best running play, Tom, and they get outside. They haven't been able to gain anything inside against this defense, but they do pick up, 10, 12 yards?
Ball's at the 36. But wait a minute. They're walking back again.
Oh.
I didn't see the flag or the signal. There's a flag. I see it. Never saw the referee's signal. They're stepping it off from the line of scrimmage.
10 yards.
And they're going all the way back to their own 47-yard line.
Didn't like being across the 50.
People wouldn't believe this if you made a movie. 94 yards and penalties for the 2 teams in the first half.
And still 7 minutes to go.
Here's another flag. Maybe it's just that the officials feel more inclined to throw the flag in good weather. I don't know. This one's against Absegami as well. So the next penalty will put the 2 teams, according to our numbers, over 100 yards for the first half.
What are they doing? Lining up wrong?
I don't know. They ought to stop doing it. They're at their own 42-yard line. Back to throw, Chambers. Throws it left side, completed to Deshaun Hathaway. Picks up a few yards out to about the 48-yard line, but long way to go. They got to get to the Ocean City 29.
Yeah, Hathaway just kind of lost his footing over there as he was making that catch that was thrown toward the sideline a little bit.
So it's 2nd and 25. at their own 46-yard line for Absegami. Trips to the left, receiver to the right. And there goes Rooks again. He bangs out close to midfield. One interesting thing, in Ocean City's 2.5 games, this one, there was about 6 minutes left in the first half. Neither team has fumbled. Neither Ocean City nor their opponent has lost a fumble.
Well, knock wood.
Well, it's going to happen at some point, but early starts and all the things you think would cause them, there hasn't been any. And hot weather, well, we'll see. Just an interesting stat that we saw.
Here's a stat for you: 3rd and 22.
Yeah. They shift a few people. Hathaway moves to the left side, double slot formation. Chambers being chased, throws it down the sideline. It's kind of deflected by Nasir Kelly, but it's 4th down for Absegami.
What's the new rule again about, was it 33 points the clock runs? It used to be 35. Is that the new rule?
33 points in the second half, the clock runs. And
I know you're not a fan of that, but
you can't stop it until it gets down to 24, once it gets to 33. Here's a nice punt. Wow, Hogue said, I don't know if I want to mess with this back inside the 10-yard line, so he let it go. But Ocean City's going to start deep in their own territory. A real booming punt there by Rooks.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, that was a professional kick. It's high, nice spiral, and it went a long way.
Call it the 3.
Is that about from where he kicked it, ends up being about a 55-yard punt, 60-yard punt?
About a 48-yard punt will go into the records, but you're right. He's about 7-8 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, whatever. So it is a good kick. Of course, some of it was on the roll, but it still counts.
Yeah. Well, he kicked it so well, he kicked it over Hogue's head.
Yeah.
So he deserved that roll.
Yeah. And Hogue, rightfully, didn't want to mess with it that deep in his own territory because it was taking crazy bounces. Trying to get some room off the left side. Ocean City gets it out across the 5-yard line. Mazzatelli, well, they're going to move it back. No, back to the 5. Shore Regional will play Ocean City here on this field tomorrow morning in a field hockey game. Shore's ranked as one of the top 10 teams in the state.
Well, their Ocean City's field hockey team got off to a pretty good start.
Yeah.
Although Vineland not.
Mazzatelli brings it out across the 15 to about the 18, almost 19-yard line. A first down for Ocean City.
To say Vineland not as formidable an opponent in field hockey. But Ocean City will get a good test tomorrow.
Ball spotted at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10. Hogue in the backfield. He gets it. And he's got room.
Oh,
Hogue. It's a foot race. And he's bounced out of bounds. Flag on the play.
yeah, they were blowing that play dead as Hogue was running downfield. So, I mean, they were blowing that whistle for all they were worth.
Nigeria Robinson was the one that closed in close enough to knock him out of bounds, but you can see when he gets into the open, Jack Hogue can fly.
Wow. Well, I guess that's why he's a kick returner and a punt returner.
And that's why we say he's in the same mold as Jake Schneider and Chris Turner.
Yep.
Not just because he's quick, quite frankly, but because he's also small. But it doesn't matter because he's got so many skills. Officials are huddling at the 25-yard line, which is just 6 yards.
I don't understand that. I mean, you didn't hear the whistle before the play ran.
Mm-hmm.
They got the play started, and then they started blowing the whistle. So I don't understand why the whistle stops play at that point.
Flags at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but they weren't blowing the whistle. They didn't stop the play.
No. Well, at least they didn't blow it loud enough to stop the play, I guess.
I don't know. Even with my headset on, I heard it up here in the press box.
So they finally decided what they're going to do here. We haven't even gotten the signal, have we, on the penalty?
If they pick that flag up, well, it's against Ocean City.
That's a half the distance penalty. Another ridiculous rule.
You should run for the official board.
No,
the rules committee.
They're just opinions. So it's going to be 1st and 18, as it's about a 8-yard penalty. 72 yards in penalties here against Ocean City. In the first 2 games, they had a total of 80.
I think Kevin Smith wants to get an answer.
He's asking a question, that's for sure. Ocean City calls timeout.
I'm asking a question, too, but nobody's answering.
Ocean City Aquatic and Fitness Center is an exercise facility and encourages people of all ages and fitness levels to join and feel better. The center has a saltwater pool, strength and conditioning equipment, cardio machines, and aerobic and water exercise classes. The Aquatic and Fitness Center is open weekdays from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Special precautions during COVID-19. Please phone 609-398-6900 for more information, or visit ocnj.us/recreation online. We would like to, we'll get to it in a minute. So, Ocean City, first down and about 18 yards to go, just outside its own 10. Gunnels puts Hogue in motion. He's going back the other way, and it's a little screen pass to Gray. Gray runs through people, spins out of tackles, and brings it all the way out to the 35, and make it 25-yard line.
Another flag. It's going to be a block in the back on the after the catch, and yet the defender kind of turned around there, which caused the block in the back.
This is insane.
Yeah, and the call before was a hold. Found that out. But again, I don't understand why they blow the play dead there.
All right, they're back now to the 6. So it's 1st and 22.
Yeah, Ocean City coach is not going to be real happy about the lack of, I don't know if continuity is the right word, that all these penalties are causing.
Mazzatelli stopped short of it. Well, he may have got across the 10. May have gotten across the 10. So it will be 2nd down and about 18 yards to go.
Yeah, tackle there by Camara. Garthian.
Gray back in. He caught a touchdown pass in the first quarter. And spinning out of a tackle and getting some running room is Mazzatelli. And I think he got the first down out to the 30. Yep. First down, Oceans. Well, they move it back to the 29.
Tyshawn Hathaway, Sage, what could have been a touchdown there, Tom?
That might not have been a first down. They moved the chains before he set the ball, and where he set the ball, I'm not sure it would have been a first down, but Ocean City will take it. That's their 5th first down, and they were deep in the hole. Gunnels awaits the snap. Back to his right. Shifts Gray. Play action. Over the middle. Hogue. And he's grabbed by the shirt and pulled down at about the 15-yard line. No flags.
Well, there's two plays that the coaching staff will be pretty happy with.
Another impressive throw by Riley Gunnels. And hitting a very fast receiver in full stride. First and 10. Gunnels keeps it. Pass right flat. It's Gray. He spins out of a tackle. Drives to the goal line. Touchdown. $16-yard touchdown pass. Second to Gray. It was very difficult to tackle. And with 2:49 left in the first half, Ocean City has a 27-0 lead.
On 4 touchdown passes, Tom, when have we had that in the first half of a football game?
Not very often. I believe the record for a game is 5. Here's the kick by McGonigal. And he keeps on marching along. 28-0. Ocean City on top. Things are always happening at the Ocean City Free Public Library. Sunday at 2, there is an outside concert featuring classical music by the Fiddle Club under the library tent. Seating is first come, first served. You can also learn to play bridge or improve your cooking and computer skills. It's all free, plus books, magazines, internet access, trivia contest, Dungeons and Dragons, and much more. The Ocean City Free Public Library, 18th and Simpson. Visit them online at oceancitylibrary.org. So 4 touchdown passes for Riley Gunnels, and we want to make it clear. We mentioned his father and his uncle. We mentioned his cousin Chugger, and we referred to Abby as his cousin, where in fact Abby Gunnels is his sister, and she's not an insignificant athlete. 3rd team All-State in softball, 4th in the league with a .549 batting average, led the league in hits with 50, home runs with 7, RBIs with 47, and was 2nd in doubles with 15. She is now at Clemson, majoring in bioengineering.
Sounds like a whole package to me.
Yeah, and she's his sister. A short kick this time, comes down at about the 15-yard line. And looking for some room down the left side, out across the 35 to maybe the 36-yard line.
Well, they had that left kickoff return set up last time, and they got good yardage out of it, so tried it again, and they get pretty good yardage out of it also. But 2:40 left here in the first half, trailing by 4 touchdowns. If Absegami has any shot at all here, they have to put something on the board, you would think, before halftime. Even then.
First and 10. 36-yard line, call it. And whistles and flags.
Yeah, that's going to be encroachment, I think, unless he was drawn off sides.
It's against Absegami.
Yep, well, I guess he was drawn off sides.
They're up to 40 yards trying to catch up here. They trail by 28 points and by 42 penalty yards right now.
Well, I don't even know what to say. This is disheartening to see this much. I mean, it's not the first game of the season.
Three receivers out. Chambers is going to keep it. And he picks up a few yards out across the 30 to about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, eventually driven back another 10 or 15 yards. But
the Cape Atlantic League record for touchdown passes in a game is 5. It's also the Ocean City record. Chris Curran holds it for Ocean City, and there are 13 players who have thrown 5 touchdown passes in a game, including Lou Barrios at Cedar Creek, who did it 4 times. The first person to do it was back in 1968, Fred Dalzell of Holy Spirit. And we'll see if Rowley Gunnels gets another one. He'll join that list. Room up the middle. And out across the 35 to about the 36-yard line is Rashad Floyd.
And the issue will be, with a 4-touchdown lead, how much more Ocean City will put the ball in the air. And then at what point, the starters will not be in the game. But obviously we're still in the first half here. So
yeah. Matt Flynn of Mainland, Nolan Quinn of Middle Township, Dustin Thomas of St. Augustine, Jose Tabora of St. Augustine, Andrew Marcucci of Absegami, Ed Jamison of Millville, Ryan Yost of Holy Spirit, and we mentioned Dalzell, we mentioned Chris Curran and Lou Barrios. It's quite a list. Chambers rolling out to the left, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage, maybe behind the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 4th down and about 10 or 11 yards to go for Absegami. And here comes Jack Hogue onto the field again. He has definitely demonstrated his quickness in this game. He hasn't gotten a whole lot of chances in the first two because, as we said, he led the country in fair catches. But he's getting a chance, not so much to return kicks, but to run with the ball and to go out and make himself known as a receiver. Here's his low kick. He called a fair catch. Ball's going to be back around the 27 or 28-yard line. So, with 17 seconds left in the first half, Ocean City has the ball on their own 27. They get the ball, start the second half, so they're probably going to take a knee.
Yeah, at this point, you're not going to. It's still the first half, and you're up 4 touchdowns. But Absegami really hasn't shown any ability, or hasn't really shown anything to make you think they're going to put any points on the board here today. So they're certainly not going to put more than 4 touchdowns on the board, and the Raiders aren't going to be held.
Johnson's popcorn scoreboard, it's Pittman 14, Wildwood nothing, St. Joe 14, Cherokee nothing. Both approaching halftime, as is this game. They take a knee, and that's what it's going to be at halftime. 28-0. Ocean City leading Absegami. And I have no more room on my penalty list here, so we're going to have to figure this out in the second half. 4 touchdown passes by Rowley Gunnels. He threw one to Taylor Eggett. He threw 2 to Mike Gray, and he threw 1 to Kyle Hendricks. And Ocean City leads it by a score of 28-0. The Raiders playing without Jacob Wilson, who's in a boot on the sideline. Absegami playing without their star quarterback, Ray Weed. So it's 28-0 here at the half. We'll tell you that it's not too late to go to Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Wonderland is open tonight until 9, so you got 2 hours. Tomorrow and Sunday from 1 to 6. They'll be open again during the same hours next weekend. Remember to save your unused tickets. They'll be good next season. The summer continues through October 10th at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them online at gillians.com. And Shore True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes that you'll continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. At Shore Hardware, they'll do anything to help. They're open weekdays until 7, Saturdays till 6, and Sundays till 4. Help is just around the corner at Shore True Value Hardware, 515 New Road, Summers Point. Phone 609-927-6464, or visit them online at shorehardware.com. 28-0. Ocean City leads at the half. And we'll take some time out here and be back with the second half right here from Carey Stadium. like
thinking the exact same thing.
because I think William Shoppy originated the trophy. He had it, and the crown. He had it, I don't know if he did it himself, but he had the original one designed. And Dave has designed a terrific trophy for the District 16 champions. It looks like somebody that won the World Series or something. It's got all these pennants on it, and very clever. All right, 28-0 here. So Ocean City scores 6 points, or 5 for that matter. How they do that, but they would be starting the clock, and it would not stop, and Dan Kern would have a lot less to do.
And we'll be home earlier.
Probably.
I think it's pretty safe to assume that'll happen at some point here in the second half.
Cherokee scores. St. Joe now leads them 31-7. Expected, but not by that margin. Never played before, those two schools. Great football histories. Here's the kick, taken at the 19-yard line. And it looks like Nick Layton. And he brings it out across the 35 to about the 38-yard line. Well, they're still fighting for the ball down there, even though the whistle is blown. So Ocean City will start on its own 38, or is it going to be the 37? 37. Raiders lead 28-0. Jacob Wilson, the Cape Atlantic League's leading rusher, not playing. He's in a boot on his left ankle. But he has had a football. He doesn't now. I was going to say he has had a football in his hand throughout the entire game, but it's not there anymore. And Absegami playing without Ray Weed, their outstanding four-year starter at quarterback. Slot to the right. Hogue gets the ball. And he's hit at the line of scrimmage, or behind the line of scrimmage. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's that little, I don't know, I call it cutback. I don't know what terminology they use, but tried to go a little wider with it that time. The key here for Ocean City from a coaching standpoint is to get these kids to play crisply, because 28-0 at the half is a stretch.
Gunnels alone in the backfield. Motion. Oh, he wasn't alone. He was just blocking our view of him. Nothing there. As Charlie Casaboon hit the line.
Might be his first carry, Tom?
It's probably his first carry of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plays a lot of defense.
When Charlie Casaboon stands behind Riley Gunnels, you don't see him.
Yeah, depending on your angle.
And that's what happened there. That's his first carry, according to what we have, ever. He did throw a pass last year and the year before. No. He carried 6 times as a sophomore. So it's 3rd and 10. This time Gunnels play action, running away from pressure, throws it away. So Ocean City will punt.
Yeah, that time probably their worst offensive series there. Not much going on. Again, you got to stay focused as much as you can. And it's human nature. I mean, kids are human. They look at the scoreboard. They figure, this isn't a game that is going to be contested, and maybe they just relax a little bit.
Brendan McGonigal stands inside his own 25, and Niger Robinson expecting a good kick at his 25. The kick's not quite that far. It hits at the 45, but a nice roll, and it will go inside the 35. So they'll start about their own 34-yard line, Absegami.
I tell you, McGonigal did a great job just to get that snap. I mean, it was high. He reached up and grabbed it with one hand and was able to bring it down and then get the kickoff. I'm sure it, screwed up the timing a little bit, which accounted partially for the kick going off to the side a little bit, but good athletic play.
Shawnee has scored. It's now 7-7, Millville and Shawnee. Millville's ranked number 3, Shawnee number 10, but both very good teams. Millville is so fast. So fast. I wish Millville was going to play St. Joe and Holy Spirit, but they don't play them. They do play St. Augustine. Of course, they got to beat Shawnee first. It's 7-7. Here we go. Chambers keeps it. Finds a little room off the right side and fights through a tackle for an extra yard. Gain of about 3, maybe 4.
I don't have a schedule, an Ocean City schedule in front of me. I thought Millville's not in their division, correct?
Yeah.
I guess it was. Did they play last year? Did Ocean City play Millville? That's what
Ocean City
was thinking.
Beat Millville pretty good last year.
Yeah.
And they beat Cedar Creek pretty good too. But Cedar Creek's, was young last year, and they're doing very well this year. Chambers keeps rolling left. Hit in the backfield and dropped.
Man, Mike Gray again. He's sometimes, Tom, he's like a man among boys out there, especially on defense.
Ocean City beat Millville 36-16 last year.
And remember, I didn't work any games last year, so I don't want the people to think I couldn't remember who they even played.
They beat Cedar Creek 45-7. They beat Mainland 63-0. Beat St. Joe's 12-7. Brady Rauner intercepting a pass to end that game. All right. What we got here? 3rd and about 10. We get back to the line of scrimmage. The original line of scrimmage. Chambers in trouble. And he almost got away. But he was tripped up, couldn't regain his balance. And it's a sack. I think it was Gray. I think whoever it was just got his shoe tops, and he couldn't gain his balance back.
I think it was Gray along with Zach Mazzatelli.
And Gabriel Wilkins helped Gray up and patted him on the helmet. I see a lot of that this year.
Actually, I thought Gray was held on that play.
Okay. Here comes the punt. It's a short one. Toward the sidelines. Looked like it went out of bounds in Absegami territory.
Boy, Raiders had a tremendous, just straightforward rush with about 4 guys right at the kicker and almost got to that one. Usually when you see a blocked punt, it's coming from one side or the other. But like I said, it just seemed like they had 4 guys that just overran the 4 guys on top that they were across from. Yeah, I don't think you'll see the first team in here much beyond the 3rd quarter. Although if they don't score again, then that may change.
Ball's on the 42-yard line of Absegami. So they started their possession on the 34. They only got 8-yard net out of the punt situation. Here's Gunnels rolling. He's going to throw long down the sideline. There's a couple receivers out there, a couple defenders too, and it was knocked down by Hassan Moore, who, after he did it, said, "Why'd I do that?"
Yeah, he could have intercepted.
Yeah,
could have intercepted it, and that ball was in the air a long time. And although a good strong arm from Gunnels, you could see. I mean, he's rolling left and he's throwing right-handed, so that's always a more difficult thing for a quarterback. We got it out there just in a little bit of traffic by the time the ball got there.
Second and 10. Handoff. Mazzatelli. And it looks like he's got the first down. Still going.
Oh.
And he's inside the 25-yard line. Flag comes in late.
You know, they're helping each other up on most plays, and you know, a block that was finished, and I don't know, I didn't see much happen afterwards, but I bet that's what the call's going to be.
It's a penalty against Ocean City. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yep.
So they get the first down. We got another one of these goofy down situations. They get the first down, but let's see where the penalty takes them. The penalty takes them back to the 34. But, yeah, that's what I was going to say. That came after the play, so they get the first down. But then they're penalized 15 yards. So that's now 97 yards against Ocean City. But it's 1st and 10 just inside the 35-yard line. Eggett hustles onto the field. Gunnels hands it off the left side, Mazzatelli, and he drives inside the 20, down close to the 15-yard line.
I think that was the same play. I mean, if you're going to gain 40 yards on it one time, you might as well try it again.
Yeah. Pat Grimley checks into the game. Also, Charlie Casaboon is in there. He's the running back now. Gunnels awaits the snap. Play action, rolling right. And he makes the completion to the sideline, close to a first down.
Yep, good throw under a heavy rush. Couple of defenders in white jerseys. One of them number 54 for the Braves. Elio Gracia.
He gained 6 on the play, so it'll be 3rd and 4, or 2nd and 4.
I'm assuming
Second
that
and
should be
4.
Garcia, but they don't have it spelled that way on their program.
I think it is Gracia.
Is it?
I think so. I think I double-checked that. Driving up the middle for what looks like a first down for Ocean City was Casaboon.
Looks like you're right. It's that way on the other program as well.
So it's 1st and goal. Looks like the ball's about the 8-yard line. Casaboon to the left of Gunnels. Receiver to each side. And now they shift Gray. And the snap is recovered by Absegami.
Well, there goes that haven't seen a fumble this year.
Yeah. Looked like he just dropped it.
Get it back, OC, get it back!
So Absegami takes over. On what? 15-yard line? No, 10-yard line.
About the 12, maybe. They haven't moved the
you're right.
sticks, but
Absegami starts on its own 12, we'll say.
actually, it looks like they have the ball on the 10, Tom. They haven't moved the stick over there. I think you're right. I think it is the 10.
Okay. Chambers. He drops the ball. And falls on it at about the 3 or 4 yard line.
Jeez. So all of a sudden somebody put grease on the football for the first time in 3 games?
Yeah. I don't know if that worked out with other teams, but in the Ocean City games, these are the first fumbles for either team.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty lackluster first 6 minutes here in the second half.
Millville scored again. They lead Shawnee 14-7 on the Johnson's Popcorn scoreboard. Chambers gets a snap, tries the middle. They haven't had much success there all night. Shawnee's of interest to Ocean City because they are the only Group 4 team ranked ahead of Ocean City. And they are the team that beat Ocean City 2 years ago in the South Jersey Final, which was the last time Ocean City was shut out. Timeout call. It's 28-0 Ocean City, and it's 3rd and long for Absegami. Most of you know Bud Rink either as an award-winning broadcaster, teacher, coach, or as one of the area's most dedicated golfers out there today working on his short game. He's even been mentioned in numerous books. But if you're looking for a place at the shore or have a place you'd like to sell, you should get to know the Bud Rink at Fox Real Estate. Bud will get you the best deal and guide you through the process. So whether you're buying or selling real estate, call Bud Rink directly at 609-442-1291 or email him at budr@foxocnj.com. But don't bother him in the next 5 days.
Well, you can bother me. My daughter works with me now, too, so she
Okay.
takes some of the pressure off. But we're looking forward to that trip, Tom.
I'll bet.
You know, you get things on the bucket list. In 2017, I went to the Daytona 500 for the first time. So cross that off. So this trip is a year late in coming, but looking forward to that as well.
Let's see here. 3rd down. Third and about 15. Absegami only run 1 or 2 plays in Ocean City territory. Here's a guy who sheds some tackles and makes a nice run. Not enough to get a first down, but DeAndre Rooks has made some good plays. One of them a terrific punt. I think he's going to get a chance to do another one here.
Well, that's another example of what I said in the first half about how they pursue the ball even when the play is past them. So they missed him. A couple guys missed him the first time, or, didn't miss him. He out-shimmied him or whatever. But, boy, they got up and got right back into the play and helped hold him to, just a few yards gain.
Rooks to punt. Hogue stands inside the Absegami 40. It's a low kick, and it bounces to about the 46. Hogue trying to come across field now. He's got quickness. Now, let's go the other way. Flag on the play. And he gets it inside the 25.
Yeah, that was exciting, and yet, that's the kind of a run back that causes a block in the back because the guys don't know which way you're going. And you make that quick shift and go back the other way, they get kind of caught. I'm going to guess that's what happened.
Yep. I didn't see whether it was a hold or a block in the back, but it's against Ocean City. And it happened at about the 25, I think.
We don't have a record for most penalties in a game or most yards penalized.
We could go back and look.
Nah, nobody wants to know that.
That's
That's
why we
not a
don't
record you want to
Right.
have.
They're going to put the ball in the 50. So this happened fairly early in the return. So 112 yards unofficially against Ocean City and penalties, 40 against Absegami. Raiders at the 50.
The Raiders have done a lot of good things here tonight, Tom, but I think from a coaching standpoint, compared to the other 2 games, I think players are going to catch more heat this week in practice because they've just been not as crisp as they were in those first 2 wins, even though this is going to be a game where they're going to end up winning by a lot more points.
Well, it's already their highest scoring game. This will be second time in 3 years. There's a shot up the middle, pulled to the ground at about the 45 was Mazzatelli. This is Ocean City's, if they continue this shutout, it will be the second time in 3 years that they've started the season with 3 straight shutouts. And they go to mainland next week.
And, if you're game planning for them, after the first 2 weeks, you're focusing on the run. After tonight, you can't focus like that.
There's Mazzatelli. Makes a nice run inside the 40. to the 33 for a first down.
Give some credit there on the tackle to Keegan's Slypleen's 267-pound senior, only because he's a defensive lineman who hustled back downfield after the play was 6-7 yards past him, and goes back and makes a tackle.
Trips to the right. Gunnels rolls that way. Looks downfield, fires sideline, complete for a first down.
Yeah, they look a little crisper here on these last few plays. Of course, last time they had the ball, they got down deep into Absegami territory and
turned it over.
Turned it over. You know.
First and 10 at the 22. Gunnels hands it off. Good balance. Hogue was hitting the backfield. Kept his balance and got inside the 20 to about the 17.
You know, I was wondering, after I said last week that I can't ever remember Ocean City playing a football game, 2 football games before school started. And I didn't know if you were able to had anything on that or not.
Oh, I definitely have never done that.
Have you ever played 1 football game before school started?
I don't know about that for sure, because my schedules don't have the day school started on them, but I doubt it. Off the left side, down inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. Hogue with a couple of runs. Looks like he got the first down.
I would tell you, I don't ever remember school starting here before Labor Day, ever.
I don't think it ever has.
Typically because all the other kids stop working and the business people need the local kids to work extra.
Looks like it's just inside the 10. Here, back to throw is Gunnels into the end zone, and did he catch that? No. Or if he did, he was out of bounds. Nice effort by Hogue. He was well covered, though.
Yeah, actually thought it was going to be intercepted through that little fade pattern in the back left corner of the end zone. And a couple defenders over there, but I thought that Arian Callum was going to intercept that ball over there.
Second and goal. Mazzatelli comes in. Wide slot to the right. Mazzatelli cuts it back. Mazzatelli for the touchdown. 1:37 left, third quarter.
Yeah, big hole opened up on that side. That's a little bit more like it. We got 1:37 left here in the third quarter.
It's 34-0.
Sean McGonigal looking to keep his perfect streak tonight alive. I said Sean, Brendan.
Yep. Here's the kick, almost blocked. But it's good. So he's 5 for 5 tonight. I think Sean Mazzatelli scored last year. Trying to find out. Yeah, that might be his first varsity touchdown. No, scored as a sophomore.
So the officials are down at the 5-yard line having a big discussion. I guess they're unhappy nobody threw a flag somewhere on there.
Yeah, let's get with it, guys. So it's 35-0. Clock after the kickoff will not stop until they get the score down to 24.
That's probably what they were discussing, how that's going to work.
Except for timeouts and injuries and scores. So McGonigal will kick off.
You know, it's interesting. I never noticed this before this year, that the referee has a microphone and the clock operator up here who has a earpiece, and they can be in communication.
Yeah.
Dan Kern, our clock operator, for the second week in a row.
Mike Probasco is the referee. Here's the kick. It's coming down at about the 15-yard line. Robinson trying to get to the sideline, couldn't do it. And he couldn't do it primarily because of Charlie Casaboon.
Yep.
Very good special teams player. Blocked and recovered a punt for a touchdown last year.
Yeah.
Okay, so Absegami starts about its own 16-yard line.
Probably a play or two. I mean, we're not, with the clock running, we get one play off here, and there's a minute left. They're still huddled over on the sideline. This will be probably a 15-minute fourth quarter.
Ann Arbor Township really battling Oakcrest. Oakcrest is undefeated. St. Augustine scores again. They lead Williamstown 21-0. Ocean City plays Williamstown in late October here. Remember last year they played half a game. This year they hope to get the whole thing in. And not much running room. Absegami not having much success running the football against this Ocean City defense.
Is that Oakcrest score still 7-0? 7-7, I mean?
Yes. EHT's winless. Oakcrest is undefeated. But they're kind of rivals. That plays into it, plus the schedule that they've played.
Absegami's in that school district as well.
Correct. They play Oakcrest the night before Thanksgiving. And they play Cedar Creek next week. That's the end of the third quarter here at Carey Stadium with Ocean City on top. 35-0. Since 1981, the Trofa and Coggins families have offered the best in car care at Car Caress, 1635 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, right next to CVS Pharmacy, and at 100 Stagecoach Road in Marmora, behind ShopRite. Car Caress. Phone for an appointment at 609-398-8482. They also offer free pickup and delivery. Car Caress, something special for your vehicle at a price that fits your budget. And if you or somebody you know hopes to continue playing sports in college, Bill Shallcross at Crossover Productions can help. Bill can assist you in putting your best foot forward with a professionally produced highlight video at an affordable price. All sports are welcome, no job too big or too small. Bill Shallcross has more than 30 years of experience recording sports events and creating edited videos. Call him at 609-513-8950 to talk about putting together a video presentation. Crossover Productions, producing quality videos since 1991. Here we go. Absegami trying to run the ball again. They get this time to the 20-yard line.
I think the next time Ocean City has the ball, you're going to see quite a few cleaner jerseys, although they don't get dirty on this AstroTurf, but a lot of guys who haven't been in the game as much on offense at least.
Cumberland takes a 12-7 lead over Lower Cape May.
Yeah, you look at that clock, Tom, and on the countdown, it hesitates sometimes, and then it skips a second, but it puts 2 seconds up there.
It doesn't lose any time, but it doesn't count every second. Yep.
You got to fix that.
Slot to the left, actually double slot formation. Chambers back to throw. He scrambles, looks for some room, tries to juke a guy, and he does. Gets it out across the 25. Looks like be a yard short or so for a first down. This ball's going to be at the 27-yard line. They got to get almost to the 29. So you would think that they may
they might get a first down.
it's fourth down, isn't it?
think it's third. Oh, it is fourth down.
So they're going after it. Chambers alone. No, he's got it back to his right. Hands it off.
Nope.
And Ocean City responds. Chasing him backwards as they gave the ball to Rashad Floyd, and he didn't gain any yardage. So Ocean City will take over on the Absegami 27-yard line.
Why are they moving the chains to give him a first down?
I have no idea.
I guess they figured they gave him forward progress.
Well, I guess they did. So that's first down number 3. Slot to the double slot formation. Chambers looking, can't get away from that rush. Now he does. Running around the left side, and he'll go out of bounds. Ooh, almost hit out of bounds, but at the last moment, the defender, Casabun, grabbed him around the shoulders and kind of just held him so that it wasn't a penalty. But a first down.
Yep.
It's a tough play sometimes. People get criticized for it and penalized for it, but when you're coming full speed at somebody and they're going toward the sidelines, you're not absolutely sure whether they're going to go out of bounds or not. And you got to make a decision, and if you stop yourself and they go down the sideline, you know, it's a tough decision to make.
That's why I'm always amazed at how many wide receivers know exactly where the first down marker is when they make that cut.
Waiting for the snap. Quick pass by Chambers is incomplete. Trying to get it out into the flat.
And you can guess that there are a lot of guys on that Ocean City sideline are hoping that the defense holds because they'd like to get some time left in this quarter to get a few snaps on offense. See that Gunnels has put his helmet on the table on the sideline, so he's done. I mean, that would typically indicate that he would be done.
Second and 10. Chambers hands it off. And about 5 yards on the play. Hassan Moore on the carry. Here's some updates on the Johnson's Popcorn scoreboard. Holy Spirit leads Camden 31-8. Millville now leads Shawnee 21-7. And Lenape has taken a 7-0 lead over Vineland.
Good tackle on that play by Layton. Another young sophomore.
Third down. And slipping through a tackle and maybe getting the first down is Moore. Let's see where they spot it.
And if
First
he didn't,
down.
Yep. I was going to say if he didn't, you would guess they'd go for it. They went for it last time.
Down to 6 minutes already because, well, wouldn't have mattered except for that one out of bounds. Oh, no, it was an incomplete pass, too. So those two plays, the clock didn't stop when it normally does. But other than that, they've all been running plays.
Plus, it didn't stop while Absegami was huddled on the far side of the field waiting to get their offense in.
No.
So that took about 30, 40 seconds at the end of the last quarter.
Motion from the left side from Fortis, Nick Fortis. He trips to the right now. Chambers trying to outrun the pressure, completes the pass at the sideline to Sean O'Brien, junior.
About a one yard gain.
Across the 50 to the 49, almost 2 yards. But it'll be 3rd and 8. It says, I'm sorry, it's 2nd and 8. Chambers avoids one guy, but he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Stopped at the midfield stripe. Now it's 3rd and 9. Ocean City, first away game next week. They'll be at Mainland. And we'll have all the action for you, the live video stream on oceancitysports.com. And as we said, Absegami will be home against Cedar Creek at 6 o'clock next Friday. Chambers hands it off. Cuts back up the middle, but may have gotten a yard or two. Here's a flag after the play.
Well, it was against Ocean City. It's going to be another first down.
It's a personal foul, face mask against Ocean City. So we'll see if it's 15 or 5. Yeah, it's 15.
So the Raiders may not get on the field offensively at all here.
127 yards in penalties unofficially against Ocean City. They lead at 35-0. 1st and 10 inside the 35-yard line for Absegami in Ocean City territory. Deepest they've been, I believe. Chambers deep drop, being pressured, gets a block, and finally stopped by Casaboon. Yeah, that's a flag. That might be a flag in wrestling.
Well, he's a wrestler.
Yeah, that's right. And apparently some people on the Ocean City sidelines reacted. The coaches quickly reacted to shut that down. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Ocean City is going to give Absegami another first down.
Well, Charlie Casaboons, to most people, has given up some weight. He's only 170 pounds senior, but actually Amir Chambers only 160 pounds. So, you know, that's as a wrestler, that's what he's used to doing: pick the guy up in the air and put him down. But that's not illegal.
Ball's on the 29, so they didn't get a first down. It's 1st and 4. 1st and 4. A lot of strange first down situations in this game. Trying to sweep the right side, and a great tackle for Ocean City.
That might have been Casaboon again, Tom.
It was.
Well, that time he went right for the legs for the takedown. That's legal.
2nd down and about 8, call it. Clock's down to 3:25. Ocean City hasn't had the ball yet in the 4th quarter.
Again,
and Absegami hasn't scored. They're getting close to the red zone, though.
A lot of sophomores hoping to get in there on offense.
That's why the rule stinks.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to play JV coming up.
Chambers takes the snap. Ooh, almost bobbled it. And slipping and falling is more. He was just off stride, out of sequence, because he had to hold up to get that handoff because of the high snap. So they lose a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Coming up on 2.5. And they're in no hurry.
No.
They don't really want Ocean City to put more points on the board.
A lot of people you'd normally see on the field. I see Gray and Rob walking down the sidelines talking to each other. So they've made some substitutions. Chambers awaits the snap. Play action, rolling left. Tough throw. Throws it out of bounds. Almost took Mike Eisenstein out.
Gotta stay awake.
Yeah. 4th and 12.
I tell you, if you're not used to being on that sideline, things come at you pretty quickly down there.
See, Washington Township leads Rancocas Valley 12-3. Rancocas Valley kicker kicked a 50-yard field goal last week, 9th longest in South Jersey history. And apparently he's kicked another. I don't know if it's that long, but here's Chambers back to throw, and he's tripped up but keeps his balance, and then finally stopped. Looked like Sam Williams and Brock Cook made the stop. So Ocean City will finally get the ball, but there's going to be less than a minute.
Yeah, they'll get one play.
They get it on the 34-yard line. And of course, they haven't come onto the field yet because, like they do all the time, they huddle at the sidelines. The quarterback is Walker Bailey, the 6'2 freshman. I assume that, can't see his number, Roy Saluta, the sophomore, would be the running back, but we'll wait and see. They better get the play off soon. We're down to 25 seconds. There's the snap. Bailey keeps it. Off the right side, has some room, and he's got a first down out of bounds, but that won't stop the clock. So the game's going to be over unless Ocean City calls timeout. So a nice run by Walker Bailey, his dad Nick, great player for Ocean City, and Ocean City wins it here 35-0 in a really strange football game of 182 total yards in penalties. Unofficially, his official stats will be up at oceancitysports.com. 4 first half touchdown passes by Riley Gunnels. If he'd have gotten the 5th one, he would have tied the Cape Atlantic and school record. But the only touchdown in the second half was by Sean Mazzatelli, from 8 yards out. 2 of those touchdown passes by Gunnels were to Mike Gray. Ocean City, a comfortable winner over Absegami, 35-0. They go to 3-0, and they go to Mainland next Friday. The Mustangs come in 2-1.
Yeah, Tom, I mean, really wasn't in doubt even after the first quarter, and it was just a question of whether the Raiders were going to be able to keep that shutout streak alive. And Absegami really just struggled to move the ball offensively all night long, and again, credit Ocean City's defense, because they were just right there the whole time. I know Absegami had some personnel changes this week, but the Raiders defense is just smothering, especially that defensive line. And tonight, they threw the ball a lot tonight. So whereas if you scouted them the first 2 games and you're playing them the following week, you're thinking to yourself, well, we're going to focus on stopping the run, stop the run, stop the run. Now you watch tonight's film and you really aren't able to do that because they've shown tonight that they can throw the football as well.
Yeah, there's no doubt the 2 most, shall we say, impressive offensive players coming into this game didn't play. Jacob Wilson with a boot on his left ankle, who leads the Cape Atlantic League in rushing, didn't play. And Ray Weed, 4-year starter at Absegami, didn't play. But some other people stepped up, and one of them was Riley Gunnels. On the Johnson's Popcorn scoreboard, it's Holy Spirit 31, Camden 8. Egg Harbor Township and Oakcrest still 7-7. St. Augustine leads Williamstown 21-0. Cumberland 12, Lower Cape May 7. Millville 21, Shawnee 7. St. Joe 31, Cherokee 7. And Lenape leads Vineland 7-0. Last night, Mainland defeated Hamilton 14-13. And tomorrow, Pleasantville is at Cedar Creek. Cedar Creek's 2-0. Pleasantville is 0-2.
Well,
live video coverage of Ocean City football has been produced by Prime Events and Ulmer's Appliance in association with SportsX Network. The executive producers Bill Shawcross and Matt Ulmer. Bill Shawcross also our videographer. You can watch this game again at any time by going to OceanCitySports.com, where there is OCHS football video available since the 2008 season. Well, good luck on the West Coast. Hope you set a couple of course records. And
I'm going to take a lot of pictures, and I'm hoping to break a reasonable score.
There you go.
And I'll say reasonable, and I'll let you know what reasonable is when I come back.
All right, and I'll be back next Friday with Steve Parker, the Hall of Famer from Mainland, as Ocean City visits Mainland next Friday at 6. Mainland comes in 2-1. The Raiders are 3-0. Special thanks to Jeff Haynes for his hospitality here, and all the gang, Mike and Devin, that help make things work here at Carey Stadium. Final score, Ocean City 35, Absegami nothing. For Bud Rank, this is Tom Williams. We'll talk to you again next week.